The House That Freddy Built, extended, unfiltered summary. The nickname, The House That Freddy Built, refers to 1428 Elm Street, the fictional home at the center of A Nightmare on Elm Street 1984. Fans and media started using the phrase because the franchise's success literally built a horror icon out of one location. *1. Where the nickname came from. Box office reality. Wes Craven made the first _nightmare_ for operator $1.8 million. It grossed $57 million in 1984, and launched a 9-film franchise plus 1994 TV series. New Line Cinema, a small indie distributor then, became The House That Freddy Built, because _nightmare_ profits funded their growth into a major studio. Without Freddy, New Line doesn't become the studio that later made Lord of the Rings _. In universe, the 1428 Elm Street house is where Freddy Krueger murdered the parents' kids in the boiler room, then started invading their kids' dreams. Once he targets Nancy's house, it becomes ground zero for every sequel. Every time the house appears, someone dies. So, Freddy built his reputation on this house, became literal. *2. The actual house, unfiltered details. Real address: 1428 North Genesee Avenue, Los Angeles, California. It's a private residence, not a set. The exterior shots for 1984 plus sequels were filmed there. Architecture: 2-story, operator 2,800 square feet, built 1919 in Spanish colonial revival style. Red tile roof, stucco, arched windows. That's why it looks normal suburbia and creepy at the same time. Fan pilgrimage: since 1984, horror fans constantly visit. Owners have dealt with trespassers, broken fences, people trying to peek in windows. In 2013 the house sold for $2.1 million partly due to notoriety. Current owners keep the 1428 numbers up because fans expect it. Interior versus exterior: 99% of interior scenes were shot on sound stages. The real house's layout doesn't match the film. The famous basement boiler room didn't exist in the real house. That was built on a stage with industrial pipes plus steam. *3. What Freddy Built means culturally. Horror trope codifier. Before 1984, haunted houses were ghost spirits. After Freddy, the suburban home as death trap became a template. _scream Stu's house, _Stranger Things Byers' house, etc. all ODNA to 1428 Elm. Merch and myth: the house itself became a character. Posters, VHS covers, video games all put 1428 Elm front and center. The address is more recognizable than most real LA landmarks. Dark side: because it's a real home, the owners never asked for this. Multiple families have lived there since 1984. They've had to balance privacy versus a landmark they didn't choose. That's the unfiltered part people skip. Iconic horror house equals real people getting tour buses at 2 a.m. *4. Legacy in one line: Freddy didn't build the house with bricks. He built it with box office receipts, nightmares, and 40 years of fans showing up to see where, whatever you do, don't fall asleep, started. Want me to pull up photos of how 1428 Elm looks today vs 1984, or break down every scene filmed at the actual house versus on set?